Yeah, it's more me summarize addition and addition in the my time be me say you a context I remember ye kai betia say because said Lieutenant Kenneth a car about defining WHO health very broad into yeah and then you say or you can't promote the health tree mu dey make us promote into yeah o can promote sana o limited it to your physical state but actual definition of health you perceive broaden to social well-being, emotional, physical, kind of saying mental. Inside a union no ekekabuma and then maybe say healthy life. Into 2025 25 tips I'm doing on try to be as much as possible. Now they be brave because the more now the ejuma and then the be a healthy life for 2025. Into year started. My tip number 1. Me see eat more beans, legumes, and pulses. A different way I am starting my presentation. And then me starting to say in Yania, I also a teddy, a taman frame in Yanimu. More legumes. Lentils, peas, Sanyo man was afraid Yanimu be and beans. Because a very cheap source of protein, a very healthy source of protein, a good for your guts. Inti yemu yenta emfa sanyuma we mfra enuane no. Yen started from now. See your January mu. Inti yen started from ene ni ensha se emfa ebi emfra enuane. I know say the more intolerance or for beans are more issues kakra. But in your beans nko your a baby house how pictures am there to hona. Lentils namne just say uko ahakra de a lot of options. Inti yamo modern see be start amana afraid aduane because no ebe boy ama yen yefunu apomode no akoso. One of the best sources are be nya a strong immune system and it's a gut ye healthy we yefunu no ye healthy ebe build immune system is ye. Inti ye fan to you sir. That's tip number 1. So me corner will be a question of it me I busa bit must stop me along the way no busa. Tip number 2 ASC enum si obebre. Mo hokra de mo region na ya na mo ho nya shi bebre nti ya na wo feel say o so no nsuo. But even that no your nipaduane is made about of about 60% of our body na water. Nti ye modern say ye be ma nsuo abeye. Na me kana na me nka say nsuo gra because obu ha no bebre na ama na ni so kra ye bre no because a dilute ne blood no water that no. The make say obe try say obe ma water level na ye balance. Nti ohwe ojonso bomodi answer enye ebe clear. Nti enye very concentrated. But ben say ebe clear, udu say that means you have enough water in your system. Your oncophobia because of your rate say omanya heart failure or makuma kuma intimi emboyi intino or mo doctor be chom so mo limit your fluid intake. Sa for no ho. Inti you have to follow your doctor's advice when it comes to that. But the maker overall they say yemo modis be stay hydrated because you need to be here you to do a lot of the things that it needs to do. Into that's tip number 2. Because air 25 now your time no a short into the try say me call a little bit faster. Tip number 3. Back to the diet. You see eat more fiber. You and rich in fiber. Because again, you protect your gut health. The more now you rich in fiber no, it will reduce your risk of having bowel cancer, to say colon cancer. Especially before your tower higher risk of some of these cancers, including colon cancer. Into your more than say your lifestyle, your work Ghana no near dinia sa fiber we wumpa, but obahana you will have nyasa any been deep papa. Into you might just restrict yourself to the available and I said the neighbor for her. East Coast they say Ghana because the Ghana community kesinti mubinya Ghana and be ready. Some of you may be able to live as close to the number Ghana as possible. But you more than say Bema Union and I are very rich in fiber. Deep bread, but more than so we avoid it. Just the white flour bread, and now any more of a wheat based bread because I know much richer in fiber. Plantains are the avocado, very rich, broccoli, even sweet potato, very very rich and nutrient dense. Into yemma sa and your man and fire and yemma and rich in fiber. Apple, aye, you be the almonds, nina bois, and my team said they be a yem no atos kama. Your oncophobia again with like any ibia and your oncophobia doctor they catch us a restrictive fiber intake. Maybe because I want problem be into obesha that catch us a restrictive fiber intake. That group no honum. But under normal circumstances, yɛn nyinaa no deɛ bɛboa yɛ paa a nimdeefoɔ nyinaa gye atom ne sɛ yɛbɛma yɛn nnuane na yɛ much richer in fiber. All right, number 4. Na we na me wɔ me baba hɔ a me miti just this Friday and a news item we buy katem say doc ni say dey yewu embusan sa dey so on there anwumre bia just say ofato tansa na wada ye akɔhefue ya na entire problem for the most part, but you nuanom you namfofo ene you they try to drink alcohol, and some Adventists also cry be enum this year. There is no safe level of alcohol. So you'll be able to fuck it to be okay near the no. This has been long coming. Cancer Society, say, there is no safe level, but it took a long time. And I say now, regulations, into the alcohol beer, alcohol causes cancer. They said the obodic cigarette, the abo label, the abo cigarette label beer. Into a very very important will be to be obeying for our involved in that. So on try so better start your test so now if you wakate of cry. Tip number 5 about back to your diet. Eat more fruits. Very very important. A rich in vitamins some vitamins now any micronutrients nutrients be high just yeah shouldn't but you need to do anything here. The more now more fruits are those no nipadua no na eboa ama when you say richness no eboa ama wati medidi again your oncophobia high be your diabetes and bibisa nti e also hwe the portion ni say the be the sugar levels no so enkoye bebre but a much more safer than a refined sugar. Even with that no sugary drinks so ubetime you see these fruits as an alternative the abo ama weduane I still na ebede. Okay, the next step wellness check. You move be bro ha you okay mamenye another question you move do say na primary care physician. Wait my page down can I say wait my shouty. And I say, we moved to a primary care doctor within the last 6 months. Okay. Very good. Yeah. Why are they? Very important because you who are didn't tema a boa emma ye yetimi esha sese de enyoma better to anima unya ho complications. Enti a very very important see try pay attention and studies have shown say prevent even early prevention and I say yare no ntem through screening ebeboa ama wetimi aso anokwan yare do those yare ben sa na a test screening for mami musa mo
diabetes
very good and the baby
so your usual hypertension.
Very good. High blood pressure. And a baby.
You so in prostate health.
Very, very important. Prostate health in here. Yeah, many pagaf program on prostate. Unfortunately, relate oko check up to say some weakness be like there is a cultural aid to it. Say we always want to sound like we don't need help. And yen time screening your home time. And very, very important. And a day baby Munka the common nibi. I test screening. But what the market breast cancer, very good. Breast cancer, yes. Into breast screening, whom here for especially yen before Emma. Because again, in tema early stage, you know, you better make treaty kama, and you can live with it. Your breast cancer survivors are they've outlived their expectations, all because they were screened early and then they were treated early. It's very, very important. And a baby
recently BB say a colonoscopy or cell colonoscopy.
Yeah, that's a colon cancer. Colonoscopy. It's also very, very important. And especially so family history of obia when you colon cancer, you may have to screen yours very early. Into standard, now you see 50 years old started screening. It's about 45 years as a cancer societies need be no more recommended say from 45 years we started screening. But our family member when you be there, shiny age usually say be at 50 chances I was all screening would by at 40 years. Inti sani money is very, very important. You pay attention to it ye. But also regular primary care checkups are or the catch or say okay, maybe you are due for this screening now, you are due for this screening. And so may they say wellness check very important. And yes, colon cancer screening is important. But after Black Panther, I don't know some name now. We have a very young age with colon rectal cancer. It's unfortunate because now non-conformable age we didn't even think say age group lubenya. Inti yamomodin, especially say we be or family more any breast cancer no mean say we be a wonya sa cancers not at a much earlier age. Maybe 40 years, 45 no nya ya. But modin say won so we start to check on because genetics no stronger anti a bit to me in term boa ama treatment I was here the amount. All right. Good. We so the work room hide soda and very cheap and very available. And tackle parties and so especially your baby Ghana food be you beko outdooring, you beko like party every weekend there is something going on. And the chances say over no sanema we were dream movie weekend and so the same thing is very high. These are associated with increased risk of cancers. Inti main can't say a soda beer because it be high things so be avoiding it completely. But Bomodia say from now onwards, no, be very conscious about it. So I did know me a bit my how I drink into Ubesha says so you can ubet match copim say I feel be eliminating the cry. Or the benum side no udi deep fruit a better, healthier alternative. The way carrot a healthier alternative. Inti that's what I will say about this. Say because the amount of sugar content I did good for just a bottle is so high, and they've made it in such a way say it will be very addictive. And also not how nipedia predisposed to all sorts of sicknesses. In na yen taking note of that. Or replacing the with these sugary drinks. Because maybe a zero sugar, zero diet for wine. As much as possible, maybe a little bit better, but even that, you have to try and avoid it if you can. Indeed, that's my tip number 7. All right, tip number 8: processed meat. And almost steady, and like this study conclude with every say with a very strong statement say about 8,500 bowel cancer deaths. It will yes many cancer but we could have prevented it if say if they had stopped eating processed meat. And some of these things they try to factor in other causes, if you genetics and I be an abusium will be in your cancer and be pain. Use an hold it, eliminate this animal ring na a bit more confounded, research the results, and then they come up with some of these conclusions, and it's a very strong link into your modern see a better so as much as possible. Again, may health mean can't you say totally eliminated, so but they make say this is a potential, and if you are able to eliminate or reduce it now, I'm awaiting me kama. Okay, this is in the same line. Red meat, very strong link. Can't as much as possible, limit it, or if you can avoid it. Nutrients be and also very good proteins, iron, zinc, because of the red meat or very high iron contents. Into a bois and conform with their blood levels. But there can be other alternatives as well, and also bois with the same iron. I'll be saying and also reduce the risk of having a bowel cancer. Because Sanimano, Ukunya cancer and Nafi will see Kucha soon, Nafi, Yedi, was from the baby show food. Those things in my quality of life, I feel very poor. You're taking note of that. As maybe obetimatis were no more than 3 servings of red meat in a week. The recommended by the Cancer Society. Tinyamane can my dream and I'm able to but it's coming from the Cancer Society of the United States and World Cancer Federation or more recommendations and I'm a all right. Number 10, get better sleep. You know to do a high it's 8 hours a day. Eight or more hours a day.
Doctor, me no mitimi da pa isan se menya adwuma.
Okay. Good. Yeah, enjoy our munya adwuma there. Fortunately, me akra me di ho for bintimi na me nyasa 8 hours a day. But the more you are able to rest, as much as you are getting closer to 8 hours a day, 7 hours, the better your overall health will be. Because what you are doing to your body is you are giving the body an opportunity to reset. Not a restful brain, no. Not a wow, ama body who say, okay, my main job at home and I mean rejuvenate. Because imagine say wakoma boss every second boss unipediano your eyes ni bibia a movie why drain brain no work into it will come to a point a break. The more now ubema opportunity a bit me are resetting naturally, no. The more na ebeboa health in general, because your body has had a time to adjust, then restart, adjust and restart. Very, very important now. And you see you're taking it for granted. Sleep and general rest here. And I can have for your 7th day rest now very important, because you're rested from your regular and na fe de ne nyakopon edi kita ho, but no so ye momo dey say ye brebre so on the Sabbath, because no so na ye di program thing na bi a shenti no utanye ya that time no kra nka person oju a home and I rest kakra no, you might be overwork kra than the other days ananka ufi say eno no nye will rest day no. Enti ye ma the rest in the Sabbath no so no enye meaningful. Inti programs near the idea you bit ma confine yenye, but yen cut and you maybe why bit ma cutting a short yen cutting a short. Na de ye bit me ama ye bit ma postpone ye discussion ye de kakra it me postpone say okay ye bet so. But e do higher na say ye exhausting your money the same day. Inti ye fan tweet trim sa na ye good rest, good sleep, because then the boy overall. Okay. We also have a big headline, getting 9,000 steps a day. Very, very important. Meaning, watches are itimi a chatty number of steps I in a day. most of these modern watches no more digital electronic watches now they count say they count your steps. So what me call more than 2,500 a day, you have some health benefits, and there have been studies that have confirmed that. But the best, and I said the most optimum benefit in terms of cardiovascular health. Say they were come AC a year juma, and they said your brain AC function ye in general no so call about 9,000 steps a day. Enti yamo modern say you bit me sa steps see as close to 9,000 as possible in a day, no ebeboa. You move your Apple Watch and Samsung Watch and those things a month. The more now will go below 2,000, and now who say you are in a red danger zone. Bro, between 2,500 and 9,000 and 8,000, and that means yellow zone. It's good, but we want you to be able to walk as much as possible. There are easy ways. We will have quite incessant elevator and try so bet my footsteps because and no be more. And especially elevation also be more a form of exercise. Be more put you in steps. Me first me yes and I always was doing elevator into me yes and my footsteps and my footstep just one or two a pena me panting until somebody who say hey anyway I'm not doing well with my own health and I have to make the change, and I started doing okay 3 floors, then I do it. That okay, the next time me push myself to 4. So me started me cut 12 floors. Abra me chedan tese my bread to start my day, and that's how exercises are. Say we started gradually. You can now we increasing. Inti yema modern na yemfa enka a daily routine ho. Oko shop try so be pack a little bit farther away from car no, so the bear obenya more steps towards the shop. Me catch us a nam shop ni ma uchanye ya uba to nema eniza otoka ho nti nti minga se ko nanti bibi shop ni, but at least getting to the shop no, if you park a little bit farther ebe boa. Okay, into tip number 12. It's tied into walking. Now, walking is the cheapest exercise you can get, but we have to be also intentional about exercising itself. Into you also exercises said our heart rate, no, a bit about 80% of heart rate is safe for you. Into our age, will be our age. No, what 220 minus your age. Into me fancy where the 20 years are. Oti 220 free. Oti 20 free 220 mabenya 200. Into heart rate na nkasa ne betima ko 200 abra medically no you are fine. And cause problem be unless say obi already 20 years, that is for a 20-year-old person. Or 40 years are 220 minus 40. Ebe say Timi fa so kasa 180 bisa mewa. Inti that means say also call heart rate no kwa be 180 be okay. Me person will exercise say ebe ya ubenya about say there 40 years our exercise target no be about 80% of 180. Me fa obi o calculate bit my born fast am I what is 80% of 180? And I'm worried that and Sani Pacono or with me exercise man had a rate called 144 or that means when you're moderate intensive activity. So to me, yes, I exercise chrono bema heart rate I call 144 for 30 minutes. That's going to help you to have the cardiovascular health now here no. Bema very good brain health and so. Inti yamo modia wow foul age I said the messia can o the foul age to 220 minus that age na exercise crowd be offer 80% of that and no edo and no na that's kind of range ultimate drew that means you are doing the exercise is going to really benefit you. Inti yemfa sad no emfa to your hofo. important numbers I also I think say you start can you can be so blood pressure, blood sugar levels, weight, and our BMI. So I know way very very important. It's vital because you who are a beboa ama yetimi a tricky a modify or lifestyle and you may be a beboa ama you be prevent problems in brain. So far number one cause of kidney disease nkofo bebree mu a diabetes ne hypertension. Nti uchanye ya one controls are number two important things we are na okunya kidney disease na okoda dialysis, so na it's going to affect your quality of health and quality of life. Nti take these numbers very seriously. So shall say kosra but more than also be who doctors na in rule na wasi do to so you who in temporary started with exercise because and this has been studied by American Heart Association and American Cardiovascular College. Any nkofo mo ehwe apomodin akoma ho sembebre omunim se ofa enwema be keka ho asemi exercise or diet rich in more fruits, vegetables, legumes, you alcohol consumption, so what you kind of saying what you want what you sugar, so you are going to reduce your blood pressure by at least maybe 5 or 10 points into a very very real, and these have been widely studied into yemo modern say yedibe yejuma. And you might can studying in a huge population near who say, okay, the guideline a beboa amanko for so I benefited from it. Inti you who these numbers near very important. You who na fear you be biafa hono so very important. Unfortunately, about over adults are over nipa 100 biana 50 of them omun nim say 50% of them they might not even know say more high blood pressure and they have to do anything about it. I feel over nim so nipa ye real properly treated no so much lower. Inti nim pono kra nye nyina na control ni ye. Inti yen ni ye pa especially ye nim say a huge risk for strokes, heart diseases and kidney disease no. Yen fa and say yen enough for yen kuno yen na so and live healthy lives. Okay. All right. Tip number 14, Mrs. Singh. Enyom to a very important SD4 ye penyom kama ye kwasa ye tunyom we fear try so betunyom eboa releasing more endorphins. Endorphins happy hormones oni pedrem. The more now we release na reduce stress in your life. Ema stress levels na effect and can stress the bema bibre no na endorphins na so eboa ema control side effects na kakra ema. Enti yamomode yentunyom. I don't want to belabor this point. I had a whole presentation on music and health, but you your next point. Number 15, learn a new skill. Because once you start learning, your brain thinks there is something different. It gets your brain to exercise in a much healthy way. Additionally, very important. Inti per skill be the kind of COVID may start so miss your guitar. Even if you don't get into a mastery level, like just the act say what shall say we share something new, no, it begins to rewire your brain. And I think the lieutenant can say why you're retired. Say inti. Even in that state, you can pick up something new and try to learn. And the moment Albert tries to learn something new, you realize that your brain begins to rewire because it's coming to learn new skill. And for a prolonged time, a big deal and dementia. any memory issues near the day. Very, very important. Into your dream. We are young person, so all the more important because then it gives you a much broader in your life. You can pick up on things, and some people they may be able to develop that new skill or not to a mastery level. It can become a second stream of income to them or something else. Or lesson this should be one of the things that you should pick up from this lesson. Build a strong social support system. For the 3 year we have that foundation. Sorry, if you have your women ministry, this program. The more now will build a strong social support, it's going to help you emotionally, and also you have the support. Bibi say better hospital na the final moments no ubia mamisi and I had a patient baby me say was a friend na ye mane ba any bedin komo so there be no be ono nko a no might give you the independence, but deprive of building a strong social support system. And people will have to learn how to build such systems. So the bear so will be and I will be encourage you a and these have been studied in Nkofo or my heart transplant. Even one of the key questions I did in as a transplanted with an organ or social support system. See, who's a very strong social support system, a red flag say you at the chronic be failing because good social way hold you accountable regular checkups. All right. So you define a WHO way into a health and physical and so part of it is your finances. Yes, how to manage our finances very well. 2025. Now you're because the more now they can now stress levels cost through. The stress levels cost through no really easy, very bad hormones working against you. Or could your blood pressure won't mean I feel uchanye na the area pro. You're a financial expert, but you try say as part of health and think also about your financial health as an important component of your health. Practice gratitude. You have to be thankful for things every day. Try to find something to be thankful for. So when you be thankful for, that is dangerous. That's also a red flag. Your mom say you be and you're my thankful for. Nyakopon de be then nyakopon ase, but ye man meaningful gratitude. Yen list until him no count your blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you to see what the Lord has done. In the end, try say about practicing gratitude, and this is not even among religious people. Even non-religious people are beginning to promote and preach gratitude because they know the benefit that it gives you in terms of your emotional, your social, your spiritual, and your mental health. I say from now onwards, we should find something in our lives. Is it about your family? Is it about your work? Is it about your church? Is it about find something to be thankful for? I think so. Yes, I know. Help. Try to seek help early. And my infant share because the more now we try to be brave until you want to just go through life alone. Bible nyakopo obo ni omenyina obo Adam okase ensese nipa enkotena nti also obo a helper emano. That's how we were created to be social beings. We were created to depend on each other. Inti mayen tries to break that because the more I will try to break that interdependence, now you are putting yourself in situations that it might not help you in your health. Inti so here find a trusted person. Well, I know sometimes we get betrayed by people who we trust and all that, but Ayana important say any other professional and so so only scout be professional. You unconform volunteer or mobile etimi ama wetimi asha say so be solve or problems, and I say even problems half share this half solve until we share a problem na cry no etimi eboa, but find a healthier way to share it. Then you be out wasema or the back on namna affair no so so more emotional issues. Fasting, intermittent fasting. There have been a lot of studies about the benefit of it. Acquiring 4 year fasting into may just say a 10-day prayer. See, churches need the fasting. I can't see a be encouraging for some the fasting. A idea in terms of health and cancer, so weight loss near the day. By then try say it be a yeah, will be also near the day. So I'll be 20 years, especially if you have to. Be fed drew on an empty stomach near there a bit may affect you. Fasting might not necessarily mean say you are just going very dry. Sometimes you can just add some water, some fruits, but a very ketue and a normal circumstance so you don't wait for show food. Yema that part of it no and so any important now meditate and home because it's all these things and these were not even written by religious people. These were written by just scientists trying to figure out how we can help people to live healthy. All right. We see important reduce screen time. They say we've become so addicted to our phones. It's made all the apps and all the winning. It's made to get us to be attached to our phones. Into your mom, what they say, reduce some of these times. Yeah, half a phone to Nantia Bonte and Ninko have that more meaningful relationship. No, even say fire call mum fakasa on the phone than say it's more about a screen. So yes, Sabbath is a very nice opportunity. Thank you to me. The screen your phone at home na rejuvenate your eyes and our brains and our minds because the kind of dopamine phone is giving us because it's trying to give us a high. Like I say, you want something that will make you high, make you happy. So and I said excited. So it's just a lot of dopamine surges na which can be very harmful in the long run. We should have times where we are off our phones, off our screens, and be able to reflect and rejuvenate. Young volunteer and community project outreach programs. Back women ministry more programs. Bisa say be amobeko and baby uncle for more any be no more yare more share gifts with them or help them. Baby or crowd to make a packet food way the more now yes I know helping other people. It also makes you appreciate what you have, and also it helps in your mental and spiritual well-being. Sitting is the new cancer or new smoking. Yet not be prolonged sitting. It comes with a lot of health issues. Your movings, I won't say I distend. I can say into me and pump it back ye. Especially you might be it's not na no. Your most watches cry every hour. Now Kai will say hey, or so sorry. What's not say so original was your mom didn't say be making use of that. So we set an alarm now reminder to stand up. That's fine. Watch a better reminder to stand up. That's also good. Try avoid sitting for a long time because you need to do an boy saying tenacity. Sir, your spine. Say you see a shaped and boy say you debate tenacity for a long period. Into the more now yes you are causing more problems to your back. Which are affect you. Penny feel mononafi untimi enyeshe. The 24th tip now how we will give back to others. Ya bet na bruche and as mu ha your experiences be. Let's pick young people na your mentor mistakes are you let them know said they almost bit me avoid it. You finding a way to share with other people. Nayema almost the path ahead of them. It's not like you are imposing yourself on them or you are imposing what like or something, but guide or mental very, very important. The more now yes I know also know a in your own well-being. And the last but not the least and kind of the most important point in all this trusting in God. Say yes I know no obema ya hoden a idibetimi enya ayaresa and afi bit me LED live a healthy and balanced life. Religion you want me protecting a lot. And you mean how you okay studies no be show say religious people are less likely to say commit suicide. Most religious people are more likely to follow health rules, any preventive health rules. Eba enyoma ebetimi aboa vaccinations ni ade ebetimi aboa protecting from yare bebre mu a health religious people are more likely to obey those principles than non-religious people. And there've been a lot of studies okay studies nkofo munyini bebre we are say they picked up Loma Linda and they highlighted the importance of that religious community, religion play in their lives and in their health. People might have to pay money to get some of these lessons, but we have an opportunity as Adventists to learn on them. And your man, I can't be Bruno. Yeah, as the shots yet tea and no cancer on your man. It's and then that science supporting alcohol yet mammy white more Canada cigarette smoking or more Canada the almost 100 years and Sunday to label who say cigarette smoking is smoking causes cancer. She's saying so over all these years and she be the better alcoholic beverages so say and also cause cancer. As Adventists we have an advantage. We have opportunities to learn like this. Because here what sa advantage into yamo modern CBC ye na yemfanye adwuma. Yafa tips here me dey from 25 tips. I know say it's a lot of them, but it's also intentional. The more now kai be the more ne be in your overall health. Me the man be see her say say question and contribution bi oha e mo de aba na afi de dwumadi na si.
Yo, doctor.
Yes.
Nathaniel G. Me personally, medawasipa any a topic here. I'm say program here I am mad yet, but my baby me will be me ira na mu. Na baby answer ya me pese me de me nim die ni me sua hu kakra de tudwa na obi so famu aba.
Yes.
Me retired army officer my adwuma 35 years. Or 37 military hospital. Now me were public health.
Oh nice.
Me environmental health officer. My best course was Texas preventive medicine specialist. And now me trade or Kolibu School of Hygiene.
Oh nice.
Me say what 37 so the nurses training college. Now me trade my public health. Kakra. It is so sweet hu die. Bibi yadi ame. Me that's the edi kan dia wa training na drinking water no.
Yeah.
Me kai said me the soldier for two coin be Lebanon, Sudan, Chad, Eritrea, Congo, Liberia. Ne answer na ebe kono. The trade troops na there.
Yes.
Ya kono so no modidie mo so mu bibia anti drinking more water be the troops be called Chad 207. Na how weather no anopa na ehyew. It introduce drink more water. Don't feel thirsty before you drink water.
Yes.
Soldier for frame drink more water. Me adi ba ko amaja wa ami no.
Yeah.
So me ba hanche ewia no me ba me na me nante. But say whether as a retiree ma be sua bibi yoga, simple stretching exercises.
Yes.
Or form. Me that say normally dey bebre me ka say me kan obi so nya bi. Gratitude so ya dia ehu hia pa. Me dey asida ma onyankopon edikan ene mabusuafo a ode ba ha manuasi me da say.
Thank you very much, Lieutenant Kilo. Yeah, that was no services. So, yeah, very true. The working in reinforce the issue. No, say the age me boy. It will be a question and a contribution.
Yo, doctor, answer your corridor. I say earlier on in a can about hydration. It can be there in hot weather, super, but with the cool weather, oh yeah, you don't need much insulin P. But my attitude there, especially for the elderly or thin skins and cold weather now, at times are very deceptive. You lose a lot of moisture, but because it's a sweat and bananti, in who they lose in soupy. But no, so a lot of elderly will lose one hydration during that time. And so I advise over there, if we maintain the one sufficiently. And lastly, it can about beans na mentioned they have problem because of a year or associated with easy beans na my understanding that there's a technique in your beans over minimize the effects only that is soaking in soup for about 10-15 minutes, but it will squeeze one lemon. They soak for that time will break a or outside into minimize those effects in azina or the owners and after it's been cooked in. It's one technique. It's Spanish we use them technique in to minimize the effect of the medicine.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, that's all bringing me back to that point about the hydration. Yeah, number say hot weather na yana what since come deal. Inti chances of try to hydrate yourself near much higher. But cold weather na yana you kind of it is okay say deceptive. You might even think say you don't need insure because I like say emphasizing that point. So it can be very, very deceptive. But more than I say a higher near hydrate because especially with the elderly, you get dehydrated very, very, very quickly. Dehydration, so then it's causing you to have multiple falls. I just saw a study like 1 in 4 adults US are already from 60 years echo enya falls very, very, very often. And unya sa utanya yokunya hip injury na chese de woman na edu simono. Even not just the elderly, but younger ones. No, so the more na in your system, you feel very tired easily. You can start having headaches. You may have constipations just because your body is just dry and it's trying to conserve water. It affects your kidneys. And you thank you very much for bringing that point up again. Because they're very, very deceptive. So say, you don't need any water, but your system still needs it.
Doctor, was bebre. Nampacho me question say games are a phone so you be no play the diagrono. And also a boy brain na games na a phone so no.
Very good. Yeah, to say Tetris. I asked the card games Scrabble will game or phone so Bibisa.
Me patch
Okay. Yeah. I did the best stimulate you, like say, they thinking beyond very good. I would say, Emma and no Emma won't stay on the screen also for a long time because then you are also going to have like sitting and just watching and also want problems. If you can have a balance of it, that's good. But again, very good. But it's also known, say those puzzles. Say if you were to do it on a paper, or say because you are using your hands and you are trying to think your brain and all that, it's involving a lot more muscles than just say the same puzzle phone. So again, you see one sa I say phone so dear, but especially elderly people, it brings back a lot more old memories and it kind of help them in terms of memory issues than when it's more on the phone. But better than nothing. Inti meka say so wo game bisa okay best stimulate you to think, but I don't want you to be so stuck to it and so say be and na see na make be brain no ube try so be avoid this or be sit for a long time. Now if it's screen time no ube try so be rejuvenate ube restore eyes from just watching screens for a long time, especially so when it's closer to bedtime now. Yes a prolonged sleep no, and it's going to affect you in multiple ways. I hope say answer ne ntiase wo.
Me pacho ai that's it.
Thank you. Right, ntini media hama mpenyufo na omo edi yewie.
Hello. But one question.
Oh, okay.
Me pacho me person business say at the end of my doctor be catch us say be a here sorry now.
Te obeka say hia so be nam.
Here sorry now.
Hia so nam. Oh, okay. And it depends. Say they will see a lot of proteins and I will need proteins will need pedium bebre. And because meat is much more readily available source of protein, you know, obe encourage you say Vietnam because then it's giving you that protein now here because plant-based proteins na yana iteki process I debe famous na when the benefits no much longer. And so if you have a conditioner you are losing a lot more proteins AB or becatrosa, and I say if you are nutritionally very deficient but I know can your protein sources shakes near the wow Emma into not necessarily pass so you'll be if under normal circumstances you are living a healthy and come near the it will not be an advice I be sure that the amount say when I'm until say you say because one you are just very deficient and I say we Arabia Emma will protein levels no you hear see a bit building up in them. Me baton ti ase o.
Me pacho me that's it.
Yo. All right. Nyame sha mu nyina say mo ba afi mo contributing so man ye kama. Okay.